Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Marcy here, and we're trying some new stuff today. These are watercolor crayons, or so it said in the box. These are from Flying Tiger Copenhagen from here in Madrid. I'll leave the link to the store down below so you can check it out if you like. And as always, all the materials are listed below along with the other videos from this series. So we started with some parchment paper, and I just wanted to see what's up with this watercolor crayons because it was the first time I used them. So I decided to do an entire white pair to see if I can get it to blend in with some black and do some gray. So I just went around with the black in the left and did the entire pair white. And when I added the water, I discovered what you're about to see. They didn't work perfect, but at the end it looked pretty cool. I mean, it's parchment paper, and I guess these are meant to be worked in water or coloring books, or in watercolor paper, not water, but watercolor paper, and in some coloring book or something like that. I don't know. These were in the kids section, but anybody can use them, I guess. So it just didn't look quite right to me, so I added some coffee and decided to do a little bit of, mixing around and see if I could get some extra sparkling color in there. But yeah, it's not really for parchment paper or oven paper or whatever you want to call it. So I dried it up, and at the end it looked like this. It wasn't so bad, but I decided to move on to the next one, and I flipped the notebook around because I could see a pear upside down. And then I saw that little bubble in the middle that it looked kind of like an insect had gone through the pear. So I just went with it and, decided to do kind of like a rotten kind of pear and make it all nasty, but artsy at the same time. So I kept the bubbles inside and around, and I was trying to mix it and make it look rotten, but it didn't work. And by the way, this is a book page that I've added wall paint and gesso and some bubbly coffee to it. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say bubbly coffee, those bubbles are made from soap and coffee, and I have a video on that. If you want to, I'll link it down below, along with all the materials that I've used in this video. So yeah, I decided to add some more coffee to make it look even more, rotten. But it looked pretty cool to me, and that's how I left it. So here is my upside down rotten pear. Some added details. Oh, and I think I went around it with like watery coffee at the end, and so yeah, that's what I did. So I did the leaf, and I decided it looked too alive to be a rotten pear with a green leaf. So I decided to make it brown and look watery, but then it looked like it didn't look right to me, at least not like that. So I just wiped it off and it came right off. And then I decided to wipe some of that coffee from the pear to make it have some texture and some like dimension, if that's the thing. So I went around it with the crayon again and tried to give it a second chance, and I decided to play with it a little bit. You know how pears have like spots, and I decided, you know what, this isn't gonna get any better, so I'm just gonna go back to my brown leaf and leave it at that. Then I'm like, it didn't work in parchment paper, it didn't work in the book page. Maybe in a normal piece of paper it will actually work. So I went back to my white, and I decided that I was tired of rotten stuff. So I went super rainbow and colorful on this one. And my idea was to blend one color into the next one. So I went like dark green and light green and some yellow, and I went pinkish, reddish. I don't know. I just decided I was going to go bold and beautiful, kind of like a rainbow. But I discovered something that I wasn't expecting. And at the same time, it didn't work as a watercolor that I was expecting that. So when I was expecting something and then I discovered something new, I decided it was worth the play. So here is what I'm trying to give like a pear shape to my drawing, and I did 2 stems instead of 1 and was playing around, and then I'm like, if this is not blending in, but at least I'm getting some color out, maybe what I need to do is get more color out. So I'm like, let's see if I can keep playing and moving it around and if this is going to activate, but it didn't. So I went back to my coffee and I'm like, I'm going to just put coffee around it. Maybe that will make it pop even more and, you know, blend out instead of in. And this is when I discovered something interesting. For those of you who have asked, yes, I add my coffee like this to the paper. No, I don't care, and I like to be messy and discover new things and just play around. And some days I'm feeling it and I'm really playful, and other days I'm just like, blah, let it be. I just wanted to, you know, try something new. And I don't know why lately I'm into dripping stuff. So look at that. The white showed through the coffee, so it resisted the water from the coffee. And it actually looks pretty cool, but that's what I discovered, that these crayons repel the coffee like every other crayon I have that is not watercolor crayon. So, and then I liked that I discovered that, and I decided to do different pairs, just an extra page for fun, and see how the coffee was going to repel the crayon and show through. And at the end, I was very happy with the whole experimenting thing. I'm making dots and, you know, pairs and all of that. So I will encourage you to try new products, even if they don't do what they're supposed to do like this did. Maybe I didn't use them right. You let me know if you do have them and they work for you. What did you do? I'm happy to hear all the comments down below. And if you think I did something wrong, please let me know too. So again, now I'm adding all my coffee to see if it was going to repel them, and it wasn't what I expected, because it did repel it in the other paper, but it didn't really quite work in this one. I mean, you can see through the coffee and you can see that the watercolor, it's not blending in with anything, it's not reacting to the water. But hey, at least I tried and I experimented and I had fun, and I just, I tried to do the salt thing. Yeah, no, it didn't work. So here's what it ended up looking like. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'll be trying some nice watercolor markers with a brush next time. So if you're excited to see that, let me know. And glad that you stopped by and saw what I had to show you and offer. So have an amazing day, and until next time, bye.